All right, Libra, what say you we do your reading? You're like, yes, ma'am. Let's do our reading. I don't know. I'm feeling so upbeat with you guys. I think it's your energy. I'm very excited for you because you guys have a very promising year ahead. Let me tell you something. And now with Saturn kicking into Aries, that's your cardinal bestie over there and the opposite side of your sign. It's a good thing. It's a really, really good thing. And I think Venus this week, actually today, conjuncts the North Node. You got some interesting times ahead of you, Libras. All right, we're going to go into the 3rd into the 4th week. So we're going to go from the 20th to, like, say, the 27th. So I'm going to potentially call this the 4th reading of the month for Libra. What's their situation, please? Yeah, so that way we're a week ahead. We stay a week ahead. What's going on here? There's a lot of cards. Ooh, I've maybe perhaps a few people for some of you. I have Aries energy here, and I have an Earth energy here, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. This is Pisces at the bottom of the deck. Let's get into it. Situation, 10 of Swords, ending in a betrayal. Grounded, earthy person who's available to you, has their shit together. That's the Earth person. They don't have to be an earth sign. They just represent somebody who is grounded and has their shit together. In fact, this could be one and the same individual. Somebody with authority, somebody with structure, etc. Others of you, this could be an Aries person. But here's the main concept that we're going to be talking about. Clearly, you're torn between taking a path. Who do you choose? Which side do you take? Do you go this way? Do you go that way? Do you stay with this person? Do you leave this person? Some of you, it's between two individuals. But clearly, I don't know what you're choosing or deciding. I'm going to be straight up with you, Libra, when you have a 10 of Swords. There was an ending and a betrayal. I don't know how much choice you have. It looks like one path is clear. But I don't know if some of you are thinking about going back and revising this, fixing this, editing this. This could be in regards to work or whatnot. So I do, and the reason you might be thinking this way, like, oh, I don't know what choice to make, I don't know what decision to choose here, is because maybe you have concerns of your future, fear of the unknown. Well, I don't know. But honestly, Libra, the thing that's mentally stressing you, you're going to disengage from it and move into something calmer and easier. All right, because I do see this ending here with death back here. You leaving, ending. And that's a wrap. That's the end of a chapter for you. All right, let's continue and see what's going on here for Libra. What's coming in this week, please? So we're looking at the end of the month, Spirit, in February for Libra. What's coming in, please, for Libra, please? There does seem to be a breakup here. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to even pretend it's not here. 10 of Cups in reverse. But the interesting thing with this is, because this is kind of like the happy ever after card, where you were in an environment where you liked them and they liked you, like colleagues at work, or this was a happy relationship with somebody that just kind of poofed up into the air. Whatever the reason is, and I'll be honest with you, today that I'm doing your reading, this is the day we transition from the snake into the horse, today, as in Chinese New Year. This is the day that we're going to have a solar eclipse. This is the day when a million planets start shifting. And it's going to be hella crazy, at least these next few weeks. See, Libra, for you, you got some great shit coming your way in March, all right? March and April. It's just right now in February, the dust is settling. So when this breakup happens or this ending of this situation or scenario happens, you're going to retract your energies. And you're going to be like, well, I got to make a wise choice here from, my history, my past, or just make a wise choice altogether. And as you do this, somebody comes back to vindicate you, validate you, which is kind of what makes you a little bit like confused as to making those options and choices, because you're like, well, I don't know, this person seems to care about me, want me, need me. So you are kind of put in this position where you don't know what to do. Yeah, this is a matter of you getting over a hump in your current situation. It's not even bad. It's just like, is it going to be new or are we going to revise the past? What is the surprise here this week for my Libras? Something about marriage and commitment. Oh, interesting. Something that talks about tradition with the higher font. It comes to a close, comes to an end. And the Queen of Wands is telling me you could be put in a third party situation. You could be the mistress or the mister enjoying third party or third circumstance or third option. All right. But it is the end of something that you have known as to be traditional. It's done. So like say you went to college, it's done. Say you were married, you had a commitment and it was on a traditional route, it's done. So now we're looking at something that's creative, passionate, chemistry, fun, exciting. Queen of Wands. Page of Swords in reverse, not trying to get any more details or learn or even stalk or see. It's kind of like telling yourself, okay, I know as a page I should be learning, but I'm not. Maybe because I don't want to. Maybe I don't want to hear any evil. I don't want to see any evil, know any evil. I think I've made my choice and I'm going to go in that direction. Because look what comes in, a solid new start to either a relationship or a job for some of you. Wow. Wow. Very heavy new starts are coming in. We'll see more when we clarify this. What is the advice here for Libras? The Ten of Wands. The Ten of Wands is telling me there's some burdens here that you need to put down, Libra. I don't even know why you're carrying them. Others of you, it's talking about not giving up on a goal. You're almost there. Don't give up now. Because for some of you, it's a contract that's coming in. Others of you, this talks about putting all your cards on the table with an individual and you kind of just starting a new relationship based on truth and honesty. Okay, let's see what the outcome of the week is. Outcome of the week, please. Don't judge my sweater. This is literally the most comfortable hoodie I own. I just couldn't take it off today. I cut the side of my lip really, really badly over the weekend and I could barely talk. Like even now it hurts a little. So wearing my most comfortable sweater psychologically makes me feel like I don't feel pain. Outcome of the week. Neither here nor there, but I guess I just felt like I needed to explain that. What's this? Why do you feel left out in the cold? Posy B, stay here. Don't be sad. You guys feel left out in the cold? Why? This could be a financial pinch, a financial crunch. It's telling me that you've come to a close here. Like you feel, actually, the feeling I'm vibing there, Libra, is like you feel like you are completely out there all alone, like you've lost it all. Like you're neither with your past and you're neither with your future. Oh, I don't want you to feel that way. But you know what? I think this is right on time with the timelines that's going on for everybody in the collective. This is the type of energy, though, Libra, the Five of Pentacles, where it's going to force you to kind of move in a direction, pick a path, pick a course. I know it has a lot to do with your past, Six of Cups in reverse, something that you have not closed the chapter on. Maybe something you have not given up on yet. All right, let's start clarifying these. I'm not really going to talk anymore about how, these major planets are shifting for you right now. I just feel like there's a lot coming in for you that you need to process and take care of. We'll be talking more about it in the weeks of March. So let's talk about this ending, this betrayal, these people, and this Two of Swords for Libra, please. Clarify. Something has definitely ended, and you need to let it go. Someone needs to go do their homework and come and correct. You're not meant to stop living your life. Even if it means destroying other parts of it, it just comes with the territory. What am I talking about? Like, if some of you are getting a divorce, right? It means your children are in the center of things. Your home is in the center of things. Your finances are in the center of things. These are things that are hanging over your head as responsibilities. But meanwhile, it's talking about you sacrificing your own personal happiness because of those burdens, right? I suspect that all of it could be manageable. You shouldn't stop living because something else is falling apart. Even if this person is meant to come back to you, they need to come correct or not at all. Because Spirit is now hitting the reset button on the whole entire collective to put us in the position and the places we were meant to be, right? Because death is death. Something has come to an end and it needs to transition. Some of you are currently processing this mentally, emotionally, spiritually. Others of you, you're not, because I don't know what you're trying to debate here. Maybe let me know in the comments. But you're resisting someone, or you're holding back, or you're using all your strength to persevere as you're going through this. Here's the good news. You're mentally disengaging and you're moving forward. Some of you definitely not alone. Because let me tell you something. You seem to be very happy as you make these moves. What's this 10 of Cups in reverse, please? Holy shit. I can't even believe that flipped out. 10 of Cups in reverse is clarified by the 10 of Cups upright. I'm going to pull one more card just to see. But I don't know if some of you have got in my speech where I talk about using 2 decks, right? And I use 2 decks to see if the same card falls in the same position, because this is kind of Spirit doubling down on my message. You broke up a very happy union. Used to be. I don't know what it looks like for its future. But it could go right back to where it belongs. Because I told you that which is meant for you won't pass you by. Because here's your 6 of Wands. This person comes back to vindicate you and validate you in the way you need them to be. Do you want to add any more to this, Spirit? That is a no. Those are the messages. And I personally find that so fascinating when it comes to tarot. 78 cards in each deck. I think this one has an extra one. Mathematical probability is rare that the same exact card will fall in the same exact position. So I made my piece as a reader to Spirit. Hey, kings are the opposite energy. Hey, if you double down in the same position, you're doubling down on my message. So it's clear to me. That's why I'm confident when I tell you this, that there's a good possibility that, you did break up a happy situation. But it doesn't mean it can't come right back to being right or correct. Because I think for you, Libra, and this is a big deal, so listen to me and listen to me good. This is you now in this year, 2026, putting your boundaries down, putting your foot down in a healthy, correct manner. This isn't about you fleeing or you running away or you ghosting or you blocking. You're finding the right way to demand the things that you want for yourself in a healthy, clear manner. All right? So I suspect as you do this, people course correct their ass lickety split for you, Libra. So all that hard work that you've been doing the last few years, this is the year where everyone notices. Okay? That's what I'm trying to say. What is the Hierophant? The World and the Queen of Wands. And with that said, a lot of people are going to be backing off from you, right? Like not pressuring you as much, not making you feel a certain kind of way or that you've got to do a certain kind of thing. It won't be like that. All right, see, oh my God, speaking of which, the devil, the toxic thing. This is coming to an end. This whole toxic situation, right? And I don't know what's toxic here. The person, the environment, the circumstance, the situation. You're discerning adults. You know what the devil is. Could be obsession. codependency, obsessed with like a lover or a partner, whatever this whole thing is, that comes to an end. Here comes the vindication and the validation I was talking about. You're coming into this phase, especially with Neptune and Aries, where you're going to be working on a whole hell of a lot of you. And it's going to be about yourself, Libra, in the sense that, you know what, it's about showing those boundaries to be in healthy circumstances or relationships, right? Let's see what the Ten of Wands is trying to say to you. Three of Cups. That's a reconciliation. Some of you, it's good news from work, good news in general, celebrating something. And the King of Cups, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. They don't have to be a water sign. It's just somebody emotionally mature and somebody emotionally available. Look, you're having a collapse of some sort. And I don't know if you're having back-to-back situations where one thing ends and the next thing comes in like back to back. There's like a full-blown transition from this person to that person. There's like no space in between. Because I could see the Tower here at the bottom of the deck. When this happens, this is like your final notice. This is like last call. This is like last-ditch effort. You're like, okay, now? All right, bye. So, I don't know. There's somebody here that, in your advice, it's saying, look, there's somebody here who's emotionally available for you, Libra. Don't give up on them yet. Because there's a potential of you guys reconciling or having some kind of good news together. Now, I don't know who that is in your world. You know who that is. So, Spirit's just telling me that the person that's available for you on an emotional level, which is a big deal, like loving you, has the potential. Don't give up. What is the Five of Pentacles in the outcome? Six of Cups, Knight of Cups, Page of Cups. All right. So this Five of Pentacles okay. How do I say this? This vindication validation doesn't always mean that, yeah, you get publicly recognized, job well done, but it doesn't always give you the thing that you want. All right. So even though you're right in a circumstance or a situation, sometimes the Six of Wands doesn't always give you that thing that you desire. It's kind of like, if you look at this picture, let's talk about it, right? Six of Wands, sky, he's a knight, he goes out, he wins the war for the king. Is he the king? No, he's not the fucking king. He works for the king. Does this person want a promotion? Sure he does, but what he might get instead is a pat on the back from the king, and that's about it. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? Sometimes he might get upgraded into a certain situation, but it might not be in the way that you want it to be. Now, why am I telling you this? Because your outcome is telling me you feel left out in the cold. And this is in like next week. This is coming in March. So somebody comes to talk to you and gives you that heart-to-heart pat on the back and tells you, look, and through a text message, no less, or some kind of immature energy, you have that heart-to-heart conversation, but then you have that closure too from your person from your past, right? And then when you do that, when you shut the one door and the next door hasn't opened, like you close one door and then the next opens, the next hasn't opened yet, so you're freaking out a little. You're like, well, I closed that door. Why won't that window open? You're somewhere right there. It's not to say it's not coming, because I think it is. So I think this level of success will bring you that thing that you want. Maybe not like with the bells and the whistles and the fireworks, but it starts you off, leveling off in a situation where you do upgrade. It does springboard you forward. Now let's see what is going on here in the world of love. In the world of love. soulmate. Yes, this is your soulmate. Wow, extended is going to be fun. See what they're talking about over there. And very soon. Oh, the window. That's closing quickly. Guys, there was a fan. I forget from which sign it was in, but they made this oracle deck, and they know I'm into oracle decks. So I'm going to try it out on you. It's new. And they sent me this deck. It's called the Oracle of Odd Magic. So bear with me. And you could tell me how you feel about this deck as well. Libra. I'm going to put it back in. Mind Bomb. And Snail Grounded. All right, let's see if they come back out. For Libra, please. Oh, God, they're so sticky. Guys, I can't even hold them. God, what you got from a Libra? It's one in here, isn't it? Guys, you're gonna kill me. Thank you for being patient. Give me one for Libra, please. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I got it. The Sweet Life. Holy cannoli. Now I want a cannoli. Oh, come on. Guys, now I really do have to pause you. I've got to go get glasses. I'll be right back. But stay with me. Please stay with me. Okay, I'm back with glasses and the page open. All right, the Sweet Life. This card is a reminder that softness is not weakness, it's sacred. The Sweet Life invites you to indulge in what feels good without guilt, to let yourself taste joy and its stickiness, imperfect forms. The hand holding the cupcake may be messy, but also alive. Reaching for pleasure without apology, craving sweetness with full body permission. Joy is not always loud. Sometimes it's slow, intimate, dripping down your fingers. You deserve that. You deserve love that feels ripe, moments that feel good for no reason at all. Don't let someone else's judgment, discomfort, or smallness shrink your sweetness. Your delight is not too much. Your hunger for softness is holy. Let life flirt with you a little. Let it melt on your tongue. Wow, I love this for you guys. This is kind of what I was trying to tell you at the beginning. Love, purity, and joy. You're allowed to feel this way. Why not? All right, guys. That's what I got. Leave it all down below, and I'll talk to you soon.